empty. It's an
Vicky.
empty
I
can
see you.
though. It's an empty can. I have a cup with a straw next to me with the actual drink.
Recycle.
I just keep it around.
Mr. VL. And you are all good, Grace.
All right. Hey, what's poppin', everybody? And welcome to Distortion Survivor Timeline of Terror. We have asked back 21 of you to take on another chance at this game and redeem yourself from your original season. I just want to thank all of you for all the materials and the time that you have put into this game this far. We have been very excited to have our all returnee season for such a long time now, and we are so happy that it is finally here, and we are so happy that you guys are the people that are a part of it, and we're gonna have such a fun season, and I am so excited for what everything is in store for this season. But yeah, love all of you very much, and again, thank you so much. And now just another thing, you guys have been asking about prod track guests and everything, and we're gonna get more into that later. But Karen and Morgan, they are on our after show team for this season, and both of them are required in your prod chat. So when they host their after shows, they will be able to have the material that they need. So please, like once this call is over, they will need to be in your prod chat, and they don't count as your prod chat guests because they're kind of considered production in a way. Oh, we're gonna add them. Okay, we will add them to your chat, but they are gonna be required to be there. But they don't count as your prod chat guests. You can have other people for that, but
Yeah.
they won't count.
Just view them as prod. They are not your prod chat guests. They're very much there to show, they could show support, but they're not there for advice. They're not there for to be your prod chat guests. They are purely there to learn every single detail about you so that when you inevitably get voted out, you have
Or
to
win.
or get voted out.
But yeah, that believe that is all I have for on my end. But yeah, again, thank y'all so much. And we are going to move on next to Mikey, where he is gonna go over the rules.
All right, friends. I know rules are tedious, but we got to get through them, especially for the girls that listened to me last night and read the rules doc. It's going to be redundant. I'm just reading this out for y'all, but we need to go through it. All games have rules. So, rule number 1, please just be respectful to players and production. If there are any issues, just let somebody on production know and we will handle it to the best of our ability. We have absolutely zero tolerance for racism, homophobia, sexism. So please, if there's an issue, bring it to prod. These games are meant to be a safe space, and we all came here to have fun. So please just keep it that way. We also do understand that this is a game and things might get heated at times. And obviously, we on prod do love a good bit of game drama. We just ask that you keep it strictly game. No personal attacks, no, like, if it's about the game, fine. We love the drama. But if you ever feel disrespected on a level that is further than game, bring it to prod. We will handle it to the best of our abilities. Rule number 2, there is zero cross-tribe communication. We have made all of your one-on-one chats this season, so the only chats you should be using are the ones that you are in. We will, if come the merge or if there's a swap, we will make chats for you with new people, but we are handling that for you this season. There will be no cross-tribe communication. If there is found to be cross-tribal communication, we will take immediate action and there will be punishment. Obviously, some of you, if you need to, you guys can make alliance chats. Sorry, going back a second, like you're welcome to do those on your own. But for one-on-ones, Prod will make those for you. And yeah, just make sure if you do have an alliance chat, all of production needs to be present in the chat as well. Rule number 3, do not talk about anything game related to the players who are out of the game. Once they are voted out, no game information. This includes pre-jurors, but obviously we understand that friendships form throughout these games. We're not telling you can't talk to these people anymore. Just please do not talk about the game. Rule number 4, screenshots. Screenshots are not allowed at all. The only place that you are allowed to send screenshots is to your prod chat. Like if you want to tell your prod chat about something that happened and you want to send a screenshot, that is okay, but you are not allowed to send screenshots to other players under any circumstances, just for fairness. And it is another issue where if we find out that it's happening, we will take immediate action. Number 5, challenges. If you are caught cheating in a challenge, you will be removed from the game. We understand how competitive these games are, but if you have to cheat to win, you're not really a winner. And for those of you who are familiar with season 4, you know that we are not afraid to take drastic action if we find out about cheating. So don't do it. Challenge results. Challenge results will be posted the night that the challenge is due, typically. But please, no sharing challenge results, specifics of what the challenge is, anything about challenges that you do that are non-live until results are done. And even like if you, never mind. Next rule, I forget what number I'm on. Oh, I kind of touched on this already, but one-on-one conversations between anybody must have all of prod in them. We will add the rest of prod when we get to it, to those, but alliance chats and anything like that also must have all members of prod in them. Like we get that it might be frustrating when you're making these chats to add all of prod, but whatever. We want to see what's going on. We need to see what's going on. So yeah. Next rule, the announcements chat. The announcements chat is our way of communicating important information to you guys. So the only people allowed to type in that chat, unless you are explicitly told otherwise, is prod. Obviously, that rule is not as crazy as the other ones, but just please, we want to keep that chat as clean as possible. Sometimes prod will be a little bit silly in there, but we won't ever get to a point where we're drowning the important information out. So please keep it as free as possible, which means empty. Confessionals. We do not require confessionals in any capacity, but we love to hear them. We encourage you to give them. You're welcome to either do text confessionals in your prod chat. You can record a video if you'd like. or if a production member is available, we can do live confessionals as well. Just if you want to do a live confessional, try and schedule it ahead of time so that we can make sure a prod member can be there. But if you're like, I want to talk now, I need a live confessional, we'll do what we can. And we also encourage you to send DRs to the VL. We will only send a DR message to the VL if you put VLDR in front of it. But if there's something that you want to send to the VL, just put that in front of whatever you want to say. Or if it's a video, you can do that as well. And we will send it to the VL. But remember, it is a viewer's lounge. So we don't want anybody talking to anybody from outside the game about the game, but just be careful what you share in the viewers lounge. Tribals. If you are unable to attend a tribal council, that is okay. We do not require attendance at tribals, but you must send a vote before the tribal council. And typically we'll ask that everybody does this. Even if you are attending the tribal, we will ask you to pre-vote in your production chat. This vote can be changed up until votes are called for at tribal, but just to make sure whatever happens, we want to make sure we have a vote from everybody. So we will be asking that you pre-vote before tribals. Another thing about tribals. Wait, sorry, hold on. What, Nick? Never mind. Another thing about tribals, you can also, if you have something you want to talk about with another player at tribal, you can request a breakout room. If you want to make a tribal live, go for it. Ask prod for a breakout room and we will give you one. We'll give you a certain amount of time in there. But if you have something that you want to talk about at tribal, fucking go for it. Next up, scheduling. For every tribal and live challenges, we will send a poll for people to vote on what time will work best with as many people as possible. Again, attendance at tribal is not mandatory. So whatever the majority votes for in the poll will be that for tribals. For challenges, we will do our absolute best to work around everybody's schedule. For that to be done, we need you to just stay in communication with us about that kind of thing. We can only work with the information that we have. So please just keep us open about your schedule when it comes to scheduling things. On to prod chat guests, our favorite subject. We in Distortion, as you all know, allow you to have one prod chat guest at the beginning of the game. If you want to add this person, you must go through prod to do that. Don't just add them to the chat, just because guests are not allowed to be in multiple chats. So we just need to make sure that nobody is getting added to more than one without asking. And then if you are skilled enough and the timeline benefits you and you make it to the merge, you will be allowed to have one more prod chat guest. Again, you will need production's permission before you add them, but once you make the merge, you will be allowed to have one extra guest. Now, on to the prize. If you are the winner of this game, you will receive a buff from your season. As you can see, I am wearing my winning buff from season 2, the Unnamed Merge Tribe. They are very nice. They're good quality. And as well, for the Timeline of Terror, there will be a $100 cash prize for the winner and a $25 prize for second place. So if you weren't in it to win it already, you should be now. Another thing related to cheating. No withholding knowledge about cheating. If you know of a player who is cheating in any capacity and it is revealed that they cheated and you knew, there will be punishment, usually in the form of strikes, but Prod at the end of the day reserves the right to dole out punishment as we see fit. We've handled cheating situations before, so we know what we're doing. But kind of piggybacking off of that as well, if you know about rule breaking or cheating and you weaponize that against another player, that is also grounds for punishment as well. Next up, no loopholes. If you feel that you have found a loophole in the rules, no, you did not. That still counts as finding a way around our rules to have an unfair advantage, and we will take action if you are caught. If you happen upon like a flaw in some of the rules, or something doesn't make sense, bring it up with production. We will fix it to make sure that everything is fair for everybody. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. We just want to ensure that this game is fair for all of you. And please remember, that's what I just said. These games are meant to be fun. They're meant to be competitive, and we as a team understand that things will get stressful sometimes. And if you feel that something is happening where there are advantages that are not created by design, but rather by somebody breaking the rules, just tell us. We will investigate. And another thing, if you're having a call with another player, record it. Prod will do it if we're there, but just record it in your chat, please. We want to see them. And I think that is it for me. I forget who's up next.
Oh, there's a couple things I want to add real quick as well. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This goes along with this.
I agree, Grace.
Robot race is robot.
Grace, you literally were so good until you started talking.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
106.
Well, when Grace,
So I'll. Okay, thank you.
okay, well, while we wait for Grace, Nick can go.
Am I back?
You're still super good.
Okay, I'll go until Grace is ready. Hi, besties. Hi, hello. I'm here to talk to you guys about the twist this season. I know you guys are all a little curious about it, and this twist is called the Distortion Timeline Headquarters Twist. Every round, the winning tribe will send 3 people, 1 from each tribe, to the Distortion Timeline Headquarters, in the hopes that the keepers of the timeline will give them something of power. What those powers might be are up to the keepers, but be very cautious. Angering these keepers might unleash something hellish into your timeline.
Bye.
Good luck and have
You
fun.
too.
And with that, I am moving it to Seb, I believe.
Just adding one thing to the rules real quick that we haven't touched on, but this season, there's 2 rules actually I want to touch on that aren't on the dock, but last season, we had an issue with players not communicating with Prod, and going days on end without contact. So It's just a simple thing. We will check up on players if it's not enforced. It's not like a super duper thing, but we recommend you contact your prod chat at least a couple times per round just to make sure we know, like, hey, you're alive. Hey, like, you're still playing, because we had a big issue last season where players were just going AWOL. So we would appreciate if you just let us know. On top of that, this season as well, if you're going to tribal, please send a list with your pre-vote, so that in the future, if you do have something like you're working a long day at work and you can't make it to tribal, at least we have your list to go to, so we know who is next in your vote. Because we really hate to give out strikes for not voting. But I'm here to explain the idle board. Are you ready?
Wait, am I back? Can I do my 2 things real quick?
Yes, Grace.
Okay, this kind of goes along with the screenshotting, no forwarding quotes to other people. That
Yes.
is against the rule. You can forward them into your prod chat only, but not to the other players in the game.
And no spy shacking, meaning don't call one player while you're like on the call with someone else. It's just we don't have that written down, but it's common sense. Grace, is there anything else?
That was my second thing, was the spy shacking. Don't do it.
Oh, okay. Are you ready? Idle information. Ask us at midnight. Okay. Next up is our challenge, the first challenge of the season. My God, you guys have been speculating all day on what this could be. And I just want to say, y'all love a good distortion challenge. And so we have to go back to basics, second chances. Season 1 of Distortion Survivor, The Hidden Temple Mysteries, the first challenge was a good old-fashioned music video. So your 3 tribes are going to be competing in a music video challenge. It'll be on Thursday, so you'll have 3 days to work on it. No, you cannot boycott. You'll have 3 days to work on the challenge, and your theme is the name of the challenge this season is Leftover Lip Syncs. So this season, you have to pick a song from an artist that did not win. So, for example, season 1 would be Gloria Esteban. Season 2 would be Carly Rae Jepsen. Season 3 would be Lizzo. Season 4 would be Sia. Season 5 would be Rick Springfield and Nelly. Season 6 is Muse, Far East Movement, and Nicki Minaj. Those are the artists that you can choose from this season. They can either be by that artist or they can feature that artist. You will have it when I'll be updating the cast info doc, sending it back into the announcements chat so that you guys know. You can read over the doc. You'll have the artist right in front of you. Again, you have it till Thursday at 8 p.m.
Great question, Jackie. It does not have to be the same song. In fact, it cannot be the same
It cannot
song.
be the same song. So, for example, in season 3, the losing song was Girls by Lizzo. You cannot do Girls by Lizzo. Is there any other questions?
We will also have in the doc, there's the songs from each artist that were done, so you know not to pick that song.
I don't have that in the doc, but I'll update it.
Oh, you don't? Okay, well, you put it in there.
Okay. Is there any other questions? Sexy. Please remember that you guys are no cross-tribe communicating right now. But in the meantime, can't believe I'm saying this. You guys are all free to go run to your prod chats and ask for prod guest. So again, it's first come, first serve. You're all free to go. And yeah, I hope y'all have a good night. I'm going to end this Zoom. Actually, you're all going to leave. Bye.
Okay, love you too.